Hey, friends, now that the Super Bowl is done and the presidential elections are finished, I want to give you something that's maybe a little bit more timely, something that has endured and will stand forever, unlike the next Super Bowl season and, of course, even the next presidential election. So I'm going to read a very, very small portion from the Bible, and this I'm reading in the Hebrew English Jewish Publication Society's version. This one is from 1955, actually. And it's from the prophet Isaiah. This, of course, is from the Old Testament, from the Tanakh. And Isaiah lived approximately 750 years BC, or BCE, before the Common Era. So listen to the words of the prophet that he wrote close to 3,000 years ago. I'm reading from the 9th chapter, beginning in verse 5. It says, "For a child is born unto us, a son is given unto us, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Pele-Yoetz, El-Gibor, Aviad, and Sar Shalom." Whoa, it skipped to Hebrew there. "And the government may be increased, and of peace there be no end upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to establish it and to uphold it through justice and through righteousness, from henceforth even forever. The zeal of the Lord of hosts will perform this." Now, I got two questions. Number one, why did they switch to Hebrew? And after I give you the translation, who do you think it sounds like? Now it says, "And his name," this son that will be given, this child that will be born. It says a child will be born, and it will be a son, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Wow. Why would they switch it to Hebrew? You know, this is a Hebrew English Bible. And of course, most Americans, Jewish people, are reading it in English because they can't read it in Hebrew. But yet, it's almost like they're not wanting you to read and understand what it says. So I'm going to read it for you one more time, totally in English. It says, "For a child is born unto us, a son is given, and the government will be upon his shoulders, and his name will be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. And of peace there will be no end, and upon the throne of David and upon his kingdom, to establish it and to uphold it through justice and through righteousness, from henceforth even forever. The zeal of the Lord of hosts shall perform this." I'm going to read a different Old Testament prophecy each time I do one of these recordings. But I just wanted you to hear that because I know that most likely you don't have a Bible, a Tanakh, and you probably had never heard that before, so maybe you're hearing it for the first time. So I want you to think about that, and if it's puzzling you, you have any questions, go check it out with your rabbi, see what he tells you. See you next time.